Well, today my conversation is with Charmaine Flanders, who is a Western Michigan University student, and she's working toward a degree in art therapy. Also a multimedia artist to the nth degree. Thanks so much for talking with me here today.
Thank you.
So Charmaine, tell me a little bit about you, Charmaine. Like where did you grow up and what kind of kid were you?
I've lived in Portage my entire life. I was usually the indoor kid, always playing with my littlest pet shops and drawing as much as I could.
And were you always into art, or was it kind of I know you do music as well?
First started out with tap dancing. That was the first art form that I really liked. And I've always loved to draw, but in high school is when I first started really pursuing it and taking it more seriously, especially because of my high school art teacher. He really inspired me. His name was Mr. King, and like even students that weren't really into art like that, they would want to take his classes because of how fun it was.
So Charmaine, you are going to attempt to teach me how to draw someone who can't draw a straight line. What are we doing?
Okay, I'm going to show you a simple way to draw some lips.
All right. And
we're using charcoal.
Okay, I've got a pencil here.
That's fine. So charcoal is it's a cheap material, and I like it better than using pencils because it's a lot easier to erase, and you can shade a lot better with it. This right here is vine charcoal, and it's what I like to start with whenever I do my charcoal portraits because it's easy to erase and it's lighter. So when we start the lips, I like to start with the top lip, sort of a small V shape, just like that.
Got it. Like when you start a piece, is that the only piece you're working on?
No, I'm always all over the place. I'll start something and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I have another idea. And then I go to start something. So my mom is always like, slow down, focus on one thing at a time.
I saw the Mandela drawing. Can you talk a little bit about that? Loved it.
That one was actually an assignment for a class. We had to choose a theme and create a mandala, but it's not just a regular one. It had to be just black and white, and then you split the circle into 4 pieces, and what's black on one side is white on the other, and then it's for all 4 pieces. And my theme for that one was nature, so I used a lot of flowers and leaf shapes, and that one was really fun for me to make. And then all lips are different, so they might not all have the same shape, but we'll make them like this. And then we're going to kind of make curved lines.
Okay. There was a charcoal still life. And I just remember looking at it. It was kind of intriguing. There was a little chair that had been tipped over, and looked like a little teddy bear. You know which one I'm talking about?
That's actually the one right here.
All right. Tell me a little bit about that. What inspired it?
I actually made that one at the start of the pandemic, and it was kind of just a little activity to do when I didn't really have anything else to do. So I just took a bunch of random unlike objects. The little chair is actually a chair from my niece's dollhouse. And then
I love it.
And I added a piggy bank and a face mask to practice different fabrics.
Got it.
Okay. And then we're going to connect.
I have never drawn lips like this before. Isn't that funny? And I have drawn lips before. You create these collages. with Photoshop that are just, again, another medium that you work in. Tell me about my favorite, which is my favorite color being purple, the one with the purple shoes.
I chose a lot of different purples and pinks and blues because I thought those three colors go together really well. And I wanted to create a big collage that isn't really as realistic, like a bunch of unlike objects. And I turned it into a really large watercolor painting. So I started out with the collage, and then I try to copy the colors. All right. And one thing that I've learned with charcoal is using a makeup brush helps.
Oh, what a cool tool.
Yes. And I always use it after I do the sketch of my portrait. I'll use this to kind of lighten the colors.
I'm going to use my eraser real light, okay?
Yeah, it'll work just the same.
Good.
And now we're going to use the charcoal and kind of add different shadows.
I saw this cute little monkey picture, like a blue jean jacket or something.
I love to paint on my clothing because I've always used my clothes to express myself. And back in high school, I was known as the girl with the flower crown. And
I love it.
So painting on my clothes is another way to express myself, because it's one thing to wear clothes that represents you, but when you can actually wear that you've made, I feel like I'm more myself, and it makes me really happy to.
Got it.
Now I'm gonna blend it a little bit with my makeup brush.
What inspires you, Charmaine?
I always get inspired randomly. Like I could be riding my bike and then I see a type of flower and I might not paint that flower, but it could inspire an idea. It could be the smallest thing from a song. I actually have a piece right here.
Oh, I love it.
This one.
Oh, I love
this one's
it.
a self-portrait. And this was actually inspired by a John Legend album called Bigger Love, and he did the cover art was a portrait, and he was all purple, and then he had flowers right above his head, and so that really inspired me. So I was listening to his playlist, and I painted myself. And again, I don't plan things out. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna paint myself. And then I liked the flower idea, so I added flowers, and then I gave myself some fairy wings with little hot air balloons. I made myself purple because so how the purple color along with the fairy wings and the hot air balloons to show how I finally feel free and happy with all of my differences, and that's why I put myself in a big open field, because I'm just happy and content with myself and who I am, even though all of my differences. We'll use our charcoal pencil. And do the in between.
Oh, that looks so beautiful.
Thank you.
I can't get it to look that good. Hang on a minute. Okay, here we go.
It looks good.
I'm no artist. And she has crooked lips too. Well, Charmaine, I wanted to thank you so much for talking with me here today. You've been a pure joy.
Thank you.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.